Good morning, everyone, and welcome to July the 2nd. And we have a guest this morning. Ika is here, and say hello.
Hello, Sir Jim. Good morning to you, and of course to your supporters. Good morning to all of you guys. Good morning, America.
And do you share what country you are in?
Sure, sure. I'm originally from the Philippines, and then I moved to Norway since 2010. Then now I live here in 16 years.
Wow. I have lived in other states, and just living in another state was a big move for me. I can't imagine moving to another country.
Yeah, I love travel. I love travel. So since I moved here, I didn't get what do you call this homesick. I
Oh,
accept that okay, it's my place now. So, but of course, I miss my homeland.
how often do you visit the Philippines?
In once a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And Val, who is in Pennsylvania here in the United States, says hello, Ecot.
see. Yeah, then I love here. I like the Norway. I like traveling. If I had a chance, I want to visit at least four country
Right?
in 1 year, like that.
Well, if you come to the States and are anywhere near here, be sure to let me know.
Sure.
We, I would enjoy meeting your family, and we could sit down over a coffee.
Oh, really good. Yeah, of course, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to you, Sir Jim, for always supporting when I go live. Thank you so much.
Well, I support nice people, and you are one of the nicer people, and you are kind to your the people in your chat and to the people on your panel. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Yes. Then I like the way you this no, what do you call this nature. I really like when you go live because I hear the music from the birds, and
Yes.
I love nature also.
And hello, Clarice. Welcome. Clarice is from the Philippines also.
I know her. Hello, Clarice. If I'm not mistaken, Clarice is live in Hong Kong now. She's worked there.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is visiting Hong Kong. Sandra Martin, good morning. Everyone in chat, good morning. And
Yes.
you know some guy named Elvis Presley?
Yeah. Good
Well,
morning to all of you guys in the chat box.
today in music history, July the 2nd, 1956, long before you were born and even before I was born, Elvis Presley recorded Hound Dog at the RCA studios in New York City. Not knowing what he was going to put on the other side of the record, he went through several songs and he decided to put Don't Be Cruel on the other side. And it ended up to be what they call a double A side record because both songs were big hits.
Wow. Yes, I read it here. Two songs are released 11 days later as the double A side single and set numerous record. Oh, wow. It is huge.
So, how did you learn so much about older music? Because you sing Bread and songs like that.
Okay, good question. I'm not a good singer. I'm just having fun, but I really like music. I didn't used to watch TV because if I do watch TV, then I can do nothing.
Right.
So it's better for me to hear or listen to the music so that I can do, for example, if I need to prepare food so that I can just hear the music. Music
Yes.
for me is better.
And just so you know, most everybody that is in chat, they are as hard a worker as you are. They're always working at something. Uh,
Yes.
Val is working as we speak. I know she's on the job. She's always at work. I
Mhm.
know Sandra is probably doing a craft or something. She's a smart lady. Clarice, she's always doing something with YouTube.
Yeah, she's singing also. But I
Yes,
didn't meet Clarice in person. I just met her at the YouTube.
right.
Yeah. But I think there is a lot of good people here. Everybody is a good people.
Yes, I am very lucky to have such good people come to my channel.
Good.
I am very, very lucky.
So how
And
about you? Can I ask you some questions, sir?
you can ask me anything. I just reserve the right
Okay. How's
to
your
not answer.
busy? What
Pardon?
are you? What makes you busy?
What makes me busy?
Yeah.
I have a home and a yard, and
Ooh.
people I know. Sometimes they need help getting to and from doctors and such. So I will drive them, and because they don't drive very well with the procedures they got to have done, and there's a couple of people who don't drive at all anymore. So I will drive them, and I really enjoy going hiking. I doubt I do anything for the next 3 days, other than early in the morning, because it is going to be very hot here. Val, you deserve that day off.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I love hiking also. But I used to do that on summertime here. The last thing I do is we climb up to the. I don't exactly remember, but it's high. But it's a high mountain here. The name of the mountain is Gautastoppen. That is really high also. The yes, and then I've been climbing to the world's scariest stair. That is 4,444 steps. Then I did it up and down for only 1.5 hour.
I remember you did a video hiking the countryside, and I couldn't tell how high up you were, but you were looking down at farms and such.
Of course. Good morning, everybody who's in the chat box. Thank you for supporting Sir Jim's live for today. And it is me, Ikot Ikot Channel. He's the guest of Sir Jim for today. Thank you,
So
guys.
so now, how did you come up with the name Ika Ika?
No, nothing specific. Somebody, a good friend. Actually, I didn't expect that one day I have this channel. But yeah, I know someone. I used to have a charity. I used to have a charity, and then suddenly he approached me here also that, oh, I heard that you used to help people. Why we don't help each other? Why don't you create your own channel so that we can help each other? Then I said, no, I don't need to have the channel. Then later on, okay, I decide. Then they said that you must create a name. Then I said, okay, ikot ikot. Why is ikot ikot? Because I used to travel. I really love to find out what is there in the other place there. That's why ikot ikot comes. And I like it.
Mr. Lee from the United Kingdom says hello.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
When you type in the device that I'm using, the translator, ECOT ECOT comes up as cycle cycle.
Turning, turning. Hi, Mr. Lee, Sandra. Okay, boss. Yes, I agree. It's better to have a music. I love music.
Yes.
Yes. Shout
Eh,
out to all of you guys.
and that's probably why I listen to the radio so much or to the music channels, because I can be doing something else while I'm listening. A lot of times when I'm listening to your channel, you're sitting on the phone charger and I'm all over the
Mhm.
place.
Thank you so much for that, sir. I really appreciate it.
Oh, like I said, you're most welcome. So you enjoy hiking, and you are always working. You're fixing up your yard. You're decorating for the holidays. Just go, go, go.
Because I get bored without if I didn't do nothing. Like what happened today when I woke up. Okay, this is blah blah blah. I need to do this. I need to do this. Clean the house and everything. Then I'm done to make a food. So that was me.
You're you're a little spark plug. Do you ever heard that over there? We That is a common thing for us to say here for somebody who has a lot of energy. You're a spark
Thank you,
plug.
Mr. Lee. And then, of course, I remember that was a long time ago when you come up to my channel. You was
Yes.
on the background, but you didn't open up your camera. That's why I didn't
Oh,
allow you to come up to the panel because some people do naughty.
yeah, I know. I totally understand. I totally understand. And it's probably been close to 2 years that I've been coming to your channel.
I
And
missed part, but Mr. Lee, I missed first part. But were you from Ikot Ikot channel? Sir, Mr. Lee, I'm originally from the Philippines, but now I live here in Norway for 16 years.
how many languages do you speak?
I'm a linguistic.
You speak at least three languages, I know. So
English, Norwegian, and then I can speak a lot of dialect from the Philippines, so I can. I have at least eight.
at least eight. Yeah. See, this young lady is extremely smart and hardworking, and I do good to speak English.
Yeah, I can understand Swedish also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we're not far from the Sweden. They say that if you live in a Scandinavian country like Denmark, it's really, but the diction, you can notice. Oh, they are from the Denmark. They are from the Sweden. Yes.
When when I first started learning about the different music channels from the Philippines, and the main reason that I got so interested was uh, I'm a big Journey fan, and
Oh,
the person who took the place and lead singing position is from the Philippines,
yeah.
and it I can't sing at all. So it
Mm.
amazes me that so many people from the Philippines can sing. And I started looking up information, and I, it is sad to me that the Philippine history, there have been so many people come into the Philippines and take over that pretty much it looks like the original Philippine language is gone.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your compliment, Bobs. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ikot, ikot.
See, here in the States, until we had so many Spanish speaking people move to the States, I could drive for 3 days, and I mean long days, and never have to speak another language. But in Europe, you can drive for an hour and have to speak another language.
Definitely. And like what I just want to share this. Now I also work at the restaurant that is a new opening here. The owner is both Filipino. Now they are lucky. They say that they are lucky to have me and that shop because sometimes there is a lot of Norwegian people. So the owner cannot speak Norwegian yet,
Right.
but I'm the one who's on the front line.
They'll learn fast, I'm sure. I've often wondered what it would be like to just go to another country and be thrown into where you have to learn the language. I'm always curious if I would be able to learn, because it's like I tried to learn some Tagalog, but I'm stuck on just a few words and just too much else going on.
Mhm. Yeah, for me, when I move here, it's not easy for me to communicate with them because not all Norwegian people can speak English. So I need to go to the school, then learn from there.
Hmm.
Then luckily that I passed the exam. Then after that, I get a job. Then I used to watch before when I started to learn the language here. They said that I can watch the TV for the kids because there they can easily learn the basic. Then I do that. It helps a lot for me.
Mr. Lee, I am definitely stuck on a Southern accent. I don't care what language I try to speak, it's going to sound like North Carolina mountain, because I am not good at voice. What you hear is what you're going to get always.
Okay. So what do you do for the living, Sir Jim? Sorry that I asked.
What do I do for what?
Living?
Oh, how do I make a living? I am partly retired. I look for work, but uh, I'm lucky enough to be at the position where I would like to find something like 3 days a week, maybe
Mhm.
10 hours a day. And there's not many of those jobs around. So I'm on retirement.
Oh,
But I worked in the workforce for 50, about 55 years.
holy crap. Long service.
And a lot of times worked 2 or 3 jobs at a time.
Long service, sir. Really?
Yeah, I mean, one job I had, just that one job, I would work close to 90 hours a week for almost a year. And I was young, I was dumb. I thought they would appreciate it, and then just uh, just before my 20-year anniversary with that company, they said, "We appreciate everything you done, but we don't need you anymore. Bye." And they had a big layoff, and I was part of the layoff.
Oh,
Val, here in North Carolina, we have 3 accents. We have the mountain accent, we have the Piedmont accent, and we have the coastal accent. And I can tell the difference. I don't know if people in other places can, but I can tell the difference, because North Carolina is from east to west is really a big state.
Mm. And have you been in Europe?
I have been in France.
Wow.
Uh, and when I took the train to Amsterdam, we stopped in Luxembourg.
Oh,
If I was able to go back to Luxembourg, I would, because Luxembourg is the country and the city are just so unique to me. I enjoyed what little time I spent there. And Amsterdam, the architecture in Amsterdam is amazing. I mean, it is gorgeous architecture.
yes. That's nice.
So if uh, back to, you said you might come to the USA. If you did, where would you visit? What would be your destination?
The last time I was in Miami, but if I had a chance, I want to visit San Francisco and Los Angeles. That is a dream.
And where did you say?
Los Angeles and
Los
San
Angeles.
Francisco.
Yeah, I have been in LA in the early 80s. Friends of mine moved there and I went out to visit, and it's a great place to visit. I wouldn't want to live there.
Wow. The last time what I was in holiday, I go home to the Philippines, but I arrive in the Philippines, like, for example, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I just go visit my cousin. Then when I get home, I just take a little bit relaxed. Then I flew from home to Singapore. I stayed 3 days in Singapore, and then from Singapore I moved to Malaysia for 3 days also, and then back home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you fly to Los Angeles, you will not be anywhere near here.
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles is on the other side of the country.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yes,
But
Val, it is terribly different now. You know, the Los Angeles area had a huge fire that burnt down a lot of homes. Uh, there's a lot of people living on the streets now, so
mm,
Los Angeles is not what it used to be.
a lot of changes, even here,
Yes.
even here. I think all over the world, even in the Philippines, a lot of changes, big changes for everything.
Mr. Lee says he likes Thailand. He's been there twice, and he would enjoy living in Thailand. I like Thailand because I've never been there, but I like how strict they are for people not to do stupid things. I,
I never been in Thailand.
I think Thailand has like really strict laws on chewing gum. I mean, little things that, just mess up stuff.
See, England not easy to live in.
Well, Val, I always thought when I was young, I said if I ever left the United States, I would probably end up just going over the border into Mexico for a while. And bless you. And I did get, I went to Laredo, Texas, and I walked over the border into Nuevo Laredo and went to a saloon there that John Wayne filmed a movie at that saloon,
Mhm.
and that was a lot of fun. And the saloon was fantastic. I just walked around and walked back out.
Wow.
So I enjoy traveling. Uh, I've not been too many places, but I've been lucky enough to be to a few places.
Yes, of course. At least we do. It's a part for me. It's a part of a dream of my dream to do travel. That's why I work hard, play hard.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody says you're so serious, Jim. I say, yes, I'm serious about getting the work done, and then I'm serious about having fun.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, do you do you walk every day for exercise?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Okay, because you said you went hiking, so I was guessing that you would walk every day.
Yeah, I made 12,000 steps every day at my work.
Yep, yep.
Mhm.
Val, that is, I agree with Mr. Lee. That's one of the places that I would like to go. I've been lucky enough to work for a couple of Japanese companies, and I really like the Japanese as a people. Most of the
I'm
Orientals,
sorry.
most of the Oriental, you know, that part of the world, most of them are very polite. Go ahead, Ika.
Yeah, I got an invitation to visit Japan also from a friend of mine, but I said not today. I think maybe someday next year or maybe. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody's ringing to me, Mr. Jim.
That's
Someone
okay.
is calling me.
I appreciate you coming on the panel for a few minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much and have fun. Thank you for allowing me to come up to your panel. I'm so sorry,
That's
but
okay.
enjoy, sir.
You take care, and we will talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye, everybody. I just need to take this call. Bye bye.
There you go. Yes, Val, that is fantastic that you have been smoke free for so long, and that was awfully kind of Eka to come up on the panel and say hello to everybody. She is a dear. And like I said, she fits right in with our group because she is a hard worker. Well, Val, trust me, we're all backing you, and hopefully you'll stay smoke free. I know people who smoke, and it's amazing the grip those little cigarettes get on people. One of my best friends in high school, his mom was she was pretty much my second mom, and she was a smoker, a heavy smoker, and we lost her when she was in her 50s. Sharp brain, I mean sharp lady, and thin, healthy in every way except she had no lungs. Yeah, Mr. Lee, and I feel for you. And I will tell people that I know. I hope you're able to quit smoking because you know the world's a better place with you than without you. But you know, you're an adult. You don't need to hear that from me every day. You'll quit when you're ready to quit. Uh, my like I said, my second mom, we lost her. She was in her 50s. And I thought my buddy would quit smoking. I really did because he saw what it did to his mom firsthand. Nope, kept on smoking. Uh, a decade or so later, he's married, got a little girl, and the little girl, I think he said, was about 3 years old. And she come up to him and said, "Daddy, can I have a cigarette?" Because she wanted to be like Daddy. I figured he had quit at that time. Nope, he kept on smoking. So I know firsthand how hard it is. I've witnessed it. Plus, most of my adult life has been in or around Winston-Salem, home of R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company and a couple of other tobacco companies. So I, I could not support tobacco. Most of the people I graduated with went to R.J. Reynolds, and they're a great company, don't get me wrong, but I just could not go there to work. They made a lot of money, but some things are more important than money, like coffee. My coffee cup's empty. You guys hold down the fort. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, it's already 74 degrees out there. Yes, sir, Mr. Lee. A friend of mine, she was from, I think it was Ontario, Canada. And this has been long enough. I don't think anybody can figure out who it is and get her in trouble. But she was bartending in Greensboro with me, and we got to be pretty good friends. And she would fill the trunk of her car with cigarettes when she went back to Canada. And she said that just buying the cigarettes here and then selling them to friends she knew up there and giving them a good discount compared to what they're paying up there, she would pay for her trip back home. That's how expensive they were there. Val, when I was a kid, I remember being able to go into a 7-Eleven and get a pack of cigarettes for 30 cents. Because the taxes in North Carolina, it's big business in North Carolina, so they did not tax it. Yeah, Mr. Lee, we're going to be about 38 degrees for the next 3 days, and that's going to be the air temperature. They had lowered it, but it went back up. So I hope that in the future I'll be able to get more people to come up on the panel of a morning, even if it's just for a few minutes. Hint, hint, Mr. Lee. and just tell us about their part of the world. Yeah, this channel is here because so many people asked for it and promoted it, and Moggs and WTF Mike, uh, when they learned I was going to start this, they just jumped in and got me over 50 I mean, like in a couple of days. I know, Val. I know. Uh, a friend of mine got a job in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and he said that everything was taxed. I mean, everything. I mean, I think we're overtaxed here, but you guys got it bad. Good morning, Mike. And yeah, Mike, it's going to be hot here today. They had knocked it back a couple of degrees, but now they're saying 100 degrees here for the next 3 days. Oh, that would be great, Mr. Lee. So, Mr. Mike, what are you up to this morning? Are you in the fields doing something or feeding the livestock? What's going on? Yeah, I had pretty much ignored Wilkes-Barre until my friend got a job there, but I had driven through it every time I went up to the Boston area. I enjoy driving through Hershey, Pennsylvania. I think I can gain weight just driving by the chocolate factories there. What I was saying was, so many people helped with this channel. I want to try to return the favor to some extent. Well, congratulations, Mr. Lee. If it wasn't for you telling the results, I wouldn't know anything about the soccer. What did he do to his old phone? And Mike, I'm a huge Samsung fan. I have bought Samsung since about 2002, but they have just gotten to the point where I'm not sure. They don't have a slot for an external micro SD to be used. they keep changing things about how much they're watching what you're doing and everything, like Big Brother watch you. I just don't know if I will stay with I don't know if I'll stay with Samsung, which is a shame. They make great products. Oh geez, can't play bumper cars with your phone. That's not a good idea. I did that one time. Somebody had left their phone and a drink on top of their car, and they were about to pull out of their parking space, had it in reverse, and I pulled up behind them and was going to prevent them from driving off with the phone on top of the car, and they got ticked that I had blocked them, and I got out of the truck and they got out of the car, and luckily they paid attention to me when I pointed and they saw that it was what I was doing, and then they went from pure hate to pure joy and thankful. People are funny. I try to get all the facts before I go off on anybody. Because sometimes there's a reason for people doing the stupidity that they do, or what you might think is stupid at first. And sometimes it's just a point of view. Mike, if I don't watch the NBA, but geez, Mr. Lee, I haven't had a home phone since about 2002. Uh, totally lost track of where I was going to go there. Oh, Mike, I don't keep up with the WNBA, but have you seen the latest where that woman pretty much she got beat up on the court and she was assaulted, and they're not doing anything about it because she is not politically correct in their eyes. Raymond, good morning, Raymond. You missed everything. We had Ecot come up and talk to everybody for a couple of minutes. Yeah, Raymond, that's it. Yeah, I guess I'm the odd man out. I think there should be one set of rules for everybody. And some people out there, they don't believe they're getting fair treatment unless they're treated much better than everybody else. Yes, she is. She is just, like I said, such a hard worker. And if you want to have some fun, uh, it's kind of a joke that she works so hard. I call her, muscles. And if she straightens her hair or straightens her headphones, uh, I pick with her that she's really just showing off her biceps, her muscles. So if you're ever on her channel and she adjusts her hair or headset, just do the muscle, the emoji. But I'm serious. That young woman is always doing something. Always. And Raymond, that's right. And again, it's because she has a different political point of view, which is sad. I mean, just sad. And today in music history, also, Paul Williams is born in Birmingham, Alabama. Paul was the original lead singer for the Temptations. That's it, Raymond, exactly. And in 1956, today, Elvis recorded Hound Dog and Don't Be Cruel. One little record, but both songs were big hits. Oh, thank you, Mr. Lee. If you watch her for a short while, you'll understand why I would support her. She is always super nice to everybody. I'm only nice to nice people. Don Williams, Paul Williams. Don Williams is an excellent singer. He's got one of the smoothest voices. But uh, this Paul Williams was, yeah, there you go. That that Temptations. But then there was Paul Williams that wrote "We've Only Just Begun." Oh, yeah. Speaking of Paul Williams, he was in a movie that was a takeoff on the Faust story, make a deal with the devil type stuff. It's called Phantom of the Paradise. Um, you kind of got to be a fan. I don't know that everybody would like it, but check it out. It's they took the story of Faust and applied it to music and the music business. And a lot of people these days would say that that movie was more real than not. In order to be a star, you got to make a deal. Yeah, Phantom of the Paradise. I've got it on VHS. And with everything about AI, and what's going on in the world. Tina, good morning, Tina. I hope it's cooler there than it is here. You know, in the like around the late 60s to 1970, when the family went to the beach, that was just part of the beach experience. You, the Temptations, it was just fun stuff. And then in the mid 70s, Sweet Home Alabama. You could not be anywhere at Myrtle Beach and not hear Sweet Home Alabama 2 or 3 times an hour. I'm inside with the AC going and it's hot. Yeah, I like the guitar riff as it starts. I like the song. It was one of my favorite summertime songs. It's funny, but in the mid 70s, there was just a couple of songs that would be associated with my vacations or trips with friends, whatever you want to call it. I can't really call it a vacation, but we went up to Virginia Beach, me and a buddy of mine visiting his family up there. And it was the Commodore's Brick House. And that's just the song that comes to mind whenever I think about going to that area. Brick House. Sorry, Tina, because of the delay, and I was just thinking in so many different directions. Pull me back into reality, please. Motown. Yeah, Motown. Uh, I was a huge fan of the Commodores. Lionel Richie when he left the Commodores. Uh, we listened to Motown songs from the mid 60s on. And speaking of, the other day it was, oh, geez. I, I was looking something else up and I think it was, I want to say it was Little Eva, but I'm not sure. But she was from North Carolina working in New York. And they had her sing a song. The Four Tops, Temptations, the Spinners, and not long ago, again when I was looking up stuff, is it a holiday in China or something? I thought the Chinese restaurants were always open. Up on the roof. I mean, uh, under the boardwalk. Again, songs that you would always hear at Myrtle Beach. The Shy-Lights, yes. Uh, but she was born in North Carolina. I'd have to look it up. I don't want to. I don't want to give out the wrong information. Yep, Vacation. At first, I thought you were saying the Go Go's, Mike, but yeah, the Chinese people are on vacation. Yeah, I like the Go Go's. I don't know, Mr. Lee, if I could have told you who did that song, but I remember it all too well. Put a Spell on You. And I think CCR covered it also, or they had their own I Put a Spell on You. Tina, I never learned to dance, but when I was living in South Carolina, a friend of mine taught shag at Clemson, and whenever he was holding a class and he had more women than men, he'd have me come in, and because I didn't know how to dance, so I was, a beginner like everybody else, and he'd have me come in and be a test subject, if you will. Yeah, but that guy who sang the song Fire, his name eludes me right now, but he was pretty well nuts because he would wear different things on his head and all of them were on fire. So, anyway, I learned a little bit about how to shag, but it's like everything else. If you don't use it, you lose it. But I mean, I'd hang out with him and his wife, and we'd shoot pool together, and a lot of his friends were big time in the shag dancing. They would go all up and down the East Coast to contest and win. I know. No, it means the same thing here, Mr. Lee. It's just not as prominent here as it is in the UK. Yep. And for the Americans that didn't know, when they saw Austin Powers, they learned. It's like the English saying for keep your chin up is totally different here. That one's the funniest one. It's more funny than the shag. Val. Okay. Yeah. There was a family member older than me. I mean, we didn't even have a radio, so I don't know where they learned it, but they would sing, and I enjoyed listening to them sing. And then uh, when they introduced me to all kinds of different music. Whereas mom and dad on the TV, and when we did get a radio, it was always country. Like over in Mr. Lee's area, it is perfectly acceptable to say, I'll be round tomorrow to knock you up. Uh, Whereas it would mean something totally different here. And this is a word that I think needs to be reintroduced into everyday sentences. Overmorrow. I like overmorrow much better than day after tomorrow. Overmorrow is more efficient, and overmorrow the United States will be 250 years old. Mr. Lee, yep, I will see everybody tonight on Mogs. Burn, good day, and welcome. And Charlie Pride had a couple of really good songs. I mean, I would have to say I would be a fan because I liked several of his songs. Yep. But all those differences are very, very interesting. Mike, show Burn how to post his channel if he wants to post his channel. Yeah, overmorrow is just day after tomorrow. Same thing. And like I said, I like it. I don't know why I like it, but I do. There you go, Burn. That's how you post your channel. Exclamation ME, no space. And anybody in chat that wants to share their channel, that's how you do it. Yeah. Kissing Angel, good morning. I got to say, it is a great song. I don't care who you are. And Charlie had an interesting life. He played baseball and he chose to go into singing instead of baseball. And I'm happy he did that. And you know, that reminds me, Tina, in the early 70s, uh, you, if you were listening to Top 40 radio, you would hear Charlie Pride. You would hear Charlie Rich. And then you would hear CCR, Wings. It was just the opposing ends of the spectrum to have a complete relationship with his spouse. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? One day I would like to go to Phoenix, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish that. Uh, I'm serious. My trip to Florida last December uh, revealed some shortcomings on my part. I am not able to drive long distances like I used to. Could be. I don't know. I don't even remember where I first heard it. Val says, I had an uncle that worked with Ken Griffey back in the day. Not enough money playing BB back in the day. Of course, Junior did have to work an extra job. Uh, you know, the music was just so diverse, and everybody got to listen to it. You could hear a ballad, you could hear a rocking song. Uh, I want to go to Gettysburg. My contact in Gettysburg has fallen off the map for a while. I don't know what's going on there, but that was the next trip that I wanted to take, is to Gettysburg. Sorry, Mike. That's true, Mike. That's a good one, Mike. But I mean, until that trip last December, in my mind, I could drive for 16 hours a day. I mean, that was the first time, and I only drove like 10 hours, and that was a eye-opening event. But you know, I have to admit, I'm 69. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Roger Blair, good morning. And traveling to certain cities that I used to want to go to, not so much anymore. They don't particularly uh, I don't think they would particularly like me. When I went out to LA, the people that was out there, a good number of them, once I said a couple of words, they didn't want to talk to me. Exactly, Mike. That's so true. But yeah, the people in LA didn't want to talk to me because of my accent. And that sort of changed my paradigm a little bit. You know, when somebody bases their opinion on you because of your accent, that's a little bit annoying. So when I see people getting picked on because of the way they talk, that sort of sets me off. There was one channel I used to go to, and there was this guy who's very well educated, very well spoken, but he made it clear the Southern accent was a detriment to society. Val, I hope you have a great day. Be safe out there driving. Stay cool if you can. Tina, 30 minutes. If I don't drive 30 minutes at the least, I can't get anywhere. I mean, if I go to Winston for supplies, it's an hour. If I go to Greensboro, it's 45 minutes. Which reminds me, I haven't been up to the Peaks of Otter in a while. I kind of like to go up there and hike that mountain. Everybody, since everyone's in different parts of the world, how is the tick situation in your part of the world? No, Tina, I'm stuck on Southern. I'm going to be me no matter where I go. No matter who's around, no matter what's going on, I'm going to be me. Because I don't do fake. I don't like I don't like fake food. I don't like fake sweeteners. I don't like fake female body parts. I don't like fake anything. Let's keep it real. Mike, I haven't had any on me as of yet, but some of the stories I've been hearing, like Chris, the bird watcher guy that comes on Mog's channel, he's been pulling like dozens off. Yeah, Roger, same here. I mean, now I can get to a local Walmart in 20 minutes, but it's so out in kind of in the middle of nowhere that it's not that good of a Walmart. Now, if I drive to one of the it's still a local town but bigger, uh, it'll take me 30 minutes to get there, and that Walmart's pretty well stocked. But then I got to concern myself with, having a cooler or something so that any frozen goods I get or refrigerated goods don't get, you know, don't get room temperature on the way back. Oh, that's great. And speaking of Wiggles, how is he doing? Is Wiggles back to Wiggles and not Patches? Yeah, Tina, that's the most important thing. Uh, I think this place that I'm in was one of those that was not in very good shape. Somebody bought it and put lipstick on it. And I'm sorry to say, I think I'm going to have to drop some serious cash in order to get things right. See now, Tina, I push mow my yard and it's 3 hours pushing the mower and I haven't gotten any ticks on me. And I go over to the mountain and hike once a week and no ticks. Oh, well, that's good news, Mike. I don't, well, like I tell people, I'm a lifetime member of the zoo here, so I'm kind of favorable toward animals. Yeah, Tina, I know you're real. That's that's why I enjoy talking to you so much. I mean, on my phone, when I type in Tina, then the very next thing that comes up is 100%. I've typed 100% to Tina so many times in chat. It's comical. I'm glad that Wiggles healed up that quick. Tina, you sing, don't you? Because just hearing your speaking voice, you sound like somebody that would be a good singer. Yeah. No, I didn't hear about the shelter in California, but if it's in California, I know it's going to be something stupid. Yeah, Tina, I know as homes age, you got to put some money into them, for upkeep and everything. But like I said, I think they put lipstick on this one instead of actually fixing stuff. Uh, like I say, Tina, I just tell it the way it is. Yeah. Oh, geez. When I moved back here, uh, 6 months, I got a notice to be on a jury, and it was a case of people raising dogs to fight them, and it was horrible. Some of the other people that was selected for the jury, uh, they had a tough time dealing with just seeing the photos, let alone seeing the actual animals. And it's like I don't understand how people can be that cruel to animals, because a pit bull is able to defend itself to a point, but it can't talk and make decisions. You guys hold down the fort. I'm going to get my last cup of coffee and rinse the coffee pot out. I'll be right back. Well, Tina, singing around the house is fantastic. I used to sing in the car, but my singing's so bad I don't even want to hear me sing in the car with the radio on full blast. Jeez, Mike. Yeah, I've heard of stuff like that. And that's the way too many people in the world are these days. They put on the fake face and, I'm doing good for people, give me money, and then the money doesn't go for what they're saying. Yeah. And Tina, unfortunately, no, it's going to cost quite a bit. I've tried to find people to do the work that I can't do. Uh, and it's difficult to get people to come out here. Oh, jeez. Talk about a delay. Just now hearing where I went out and got the last cup of coffee. That's a big delay. Uh, if there's a special place in hell for those people that mistreat animals, it wouldn't hurt my feelings a bit. Yeah, Mike, I agree. But I get accused of pointing out bad stuff too often. But the thing is, the first step in solving any problem is point out there's a problem and then do something about it. Yeah, a football player. He uh, he was raising dogs to fight them. Mike will probably remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. It was in the '90s, I think. Seems like he had a brother that was in the game also. Vic. Yep. Misty. Long time no see. Misty's on the other side of the mountain from me. Misty, I thought a bear had caught you. Yeah, I think you're right, Tina, because it seems like he was living in Georgia when all this took place. I don't really keep up with sports. I don't like watching other people have fun. I'd rather go have fun. And I can't say that every player is like this, but too many players are just overgrown, spoiled brats making a bunch of money. Yeah, the place I used to work, I was able to do some AC work because I could borrow the tools, but I don't have access to the tools, and I'm not going to buy them because it's just more cost effective to have somebody come and do it. But yeah, my AC is non existent. 16,000 feet. People start having breathing problems at 16,000 feet if they're not used to it. When I had to go out to Denver for work, a group of us went and we drove into Estes Park, and we pulled over to the side just to see the countryside. Uh, and I wanted a better view. So, I just took off up the mountain, and I figured everybody was right behind me. No, they weren't. I got up, and I didn't hear them behind me. So I turned around and looked, and there's 100 yards behind me. They were already out of breath. And I was feeling it. Trust me, I was feeling it. Because Mount Mitchell's our highest peak, and it's below 7,000 feet. Denver's a mile above sea level, and then you drive into the mountains that are way above Denver. I remember hearing that on the news, Mike. I thought that was dumb. But I think, didn't it inspire a movie, Up? That was a long time, Tina. I think I was 50 at the time. 50 or 51, something like that. Yeah, Tina, it was dumb. Or the guy in the chair or me? Which one are you talking about being dumb? Because I've been accused of being dumb. Wouldn't be the first time. Tina, I thought you were. I thought you were about 50. Why was I thinking? Why was I thinking that? I thought you had said that. Cool. Of course, Mercury would suggest that band name. See, Mike's the perfect example. When I was looking up this day in music history, I didn't see that tidbit. And I looked at two or three different web pages, and oh, trust me, Tina, I've made some just doozy of dumb mistakes. But thank goodness most of them were when I was younger. 57, that's when I was born. 1957. Oh, that's even dumber, Mike. I remember that now, even better. When I heard he would pop a balloon with a BB gun, I thought, you idiot. I mean, idiot. Uh, I'd kind of like to, Mike, I know everybody think I'm crazy for this, but the guy who went up, they used a huge balloon, um, and he was in a spacesuit on a platform. It went up to the edge of space, and he skydived back to Earth. I think I would like to do that one time. Well, Tina, in my early years, I learned from my mistakes. And luckily, when I got a little older, I found out that a really smart person will learn from their mistakes and other people's mistakes. Yeah, the thing of it is with a BB gun, if he hit more than one balloon at a time, that's just like I say, stupidity on steroids. So I try to learn from my mistakes and other people's mistakes. Like Mike, he's been doing this YouTube thing way longer than I have, and he knows the ins and outs. So I've learned a lot from Mike, learned a lot from Moggs. Quite a few people along the way. I I like what Representative Kennedy says, or he might be a senator, but he says life is hard if you're stupid. I like that guy. Well, I try to live, and yeah, I guess it sounds like preaching at times, but I try not to preach. I try to live and set an example. And Tina, unfortunately, some people, they just got to put their hand on the stove to figure out it's hot. Yeah, and the sad thing about that, Mike, is Johnson got credit for it, but the law was created and moved through the House and Senate by Republicans. Yeah, Mike, I don't disagree with that. Uh, the uh, as long as you're not harming children or doing something like that, I'm pretty live and let live. Whatever, like whatever two consenting adults want to do, that's as long as they're adults and they're consenting, I have nothing to say. I think his name is John Kennedy. He's from Alabama or Louisiana, something like that. And this goes back to you look at today's music and what they're singing about. They're demeaning to women, they're using racial statements nonstop in a lot of the songs. In the 60s, it was all about, you know, everybody loving one another, getting along, coming together, make make peace, not war. Boy, everybody disappeared on that one. Wow. And within a few days, I was in the theater watching it. I thought that was so funny. And don't call me Shirley. You have a drinking problem. Well, now, I know there's at least two people here, Mike and Tina, but it's showing me that there's only one person. Lovely Lamb Lunch. Good day. and and it was Barbara Billingsley of all people. That's what made it so funny. After after seeing her as that straight laced, super nice mom and Leave It to Beaver for all those years, it was her. Uh, I am going to have a exactly picked a fine day to quit smoking. Uh, I'm going to post uh, one Wednesday afternoon soon. I'm going to post an interview, and it's got a little bit of music history kind of buried in it as to how the the music industry changed. I might just look it up and post it today. Now that I've said as much as I've said, but the way they count the views changed, and it put a heavier weight on certain music. Yeah, that's true, Mike. It's been said for a long time. It's like when the adults was telling me that rock and roll was going to be the ruination of the country. I told them no. I think those soap operas you watch will do it before rock and roll music does it. Have a police squad short on your channel, The Locksmith. Well, if you type exclamation ME, no spaces, Nightbot will post your channel. But, uh, George Harrison gave us My Sweet Lord. Oceans gave us Put Your Hand in the Hand. Uh, and again, it went along with a lot of the music. And even Black Sabbath, I mean, the name was putting people off and whatnot, but the you listen to the lyrics to War Pig, exclamation ME. Hey, Celestia, and welcome everybody. But if you listen to the lyrics to War Pigs, uh, boy, is that accurate. Oh yeah, Mike. Geez, I had trouble breathing. I was laughing so hard. And then the autopilot lit a cigarette. Come on, that was just crazy. That's give it a couple of seconds after somebody types that because it'll time out for 5 seconds. But if you type exclamation ME, it will post your channel like that. So if two people do it at the same time, one of them will get their channel posted, and then the other person just wait 10 seconds and do it. And I think he also did. I picked a bad day to quit sniffing glue. It was just one thing after another. And when the guy comes up and he pulls off his sunglasses and he's got another pair of sunglasses. Yeah, Tina. I mean, there was a bunch of really good songs that came out. Eight track tape. I I liked 8 track tape so much better than cassette because if a song came on you didn't like, you just switched to another track and uh, you know, listen to a song you do like and then go back to the original track once you've given it enough time. And there was no rewinding. The only problem was the physics of the tape itself placed the tape under constant strain. But I really liked 8 track. Yes, uh, Tubular Bells was a fantastic musical piece, and it fit the movie The Exorcist just so well. I would classify that as a one hit wonder, though. Yeah, it's probably the most famous, but I kind of like other Eagles music a little bit better. To me, Hotel California, they went someplace far away from the original Eagles that I liked. Wow, I didn't uh, I didn't realize that. When I went to France at the Louvre, just close to the exit inside the last pyramid, there was this little huge surprise. Yeah, I like vinyl also. The second airplane movie was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't as good as the first, but it was pretty good. Uh-oh, got some spooling going on. Something happened to the feed on the back porch. You guys hold on for a second. I'm going to go check and make sure whether or not the battery is gone. That might be the problem. I don't know what happened there. The battery gave out. So life goes on. Well, thank you, lovely lamb lunch. Yeah, Snoopy and Woodstock, great team. Let me find something else here. Actually, let's just do away with this. Go. And I appreciate everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not going to let me in that unless I'm logged on to that phone, and I won't be able to do that until the battery charges a little bit. Okay, I'm back. Uh, I can see Snoop Dogg in the park, but I can't remember the name of it either, Mike. So, well, guys, 2 minute warning. And I have to run right after I finish this live because I need to mow, and I'm only going to be able to get in about an hour of mowing because it is already 82 degrees here, and that's on the back porch in the shade. Uh, Looks like a couple of people might be available Saturday night, so I will probably do a live show Saturday night. Um, I'm going to keep it light. Probably just general topics. Whatever comes up in chat, we'll talk about. And I know Saturday's going to be a tough day for Moggs. Hopefully, he'll be able to make it. But if he's not able to, uh, I don't want him to be stressed out. No, I'm only going to mow a little bit because I push mow my yard. And I'm going to mow the thicker grass so that it doesn't get too far gone. And then probably tomorrow I'll do a little more. So I do appreciate everybody out there. Thank you for coming in today. Special thanks to Ecot for coming up on the panel and talking for a while. She is such a dear. With all the places on YouTube that you guys could be, and you chose to be here, I greatly, greatly appreciate that. You make my morning coffee so much better. I hope only kind words come your way and everyone gets the day that they deserve.